Leading up to the race, I was a lot more concerned about what the water temperature was going to feel like. It was kind of projected to be in the upper 50s, which I know is cold. I've swam in similar temps before, but obviously not for that long. My longest swim in training ever has been 5,000 yards, so this is going to be more than double. Our bottles were in here, weren't they?
Oh, we're ready for day one. Big day. Big 3 days, but we got it. He doesn't have Wi-Fi usually, so. Nice. iPhone 4 with clearly not a very good battery life.
Okay, you guys, I'm super excited for you. I'm so glad you're all here. Finally, we're doing this. Yay. You guys excited? Yes.
Yep.
So I want you guys to be smart, be safe, take care of each other out there. Remember, we're one big ohana, and this is going to be super awesome. Remember that you guys are lucky to be here. There's a ton of people that aren't here. Sorry, I'm going to cry. There's a lot of people that aren't here that should be here. So remember how lucky you are. You're going to get into some really shitty, sucky positions out there. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel worse than ever. But you're going to do this. And we're going to see you at the finish line every single day.
We got a good kayak fit here. We got a good bike fit here this morning. Setting ourselves up for success here. Let's have a good day. By Professor Snyder.
Joe, is this the first time you've changed the tire?
Yeah, dude.
How's it going?
Not well. Figuring it out. Tired.
Ever swim workout, and then kind of dirty the lake was. I think after the rain that we had the other day, it washed a lot of debris into the lake.
The lake's a little wobbly. These fucking things are...
How was your swim?
Cold.
Yeah?
Very cold.
One of our bestest friends. I got her into this, and then she crewed for my wife. We've all crewed for each other. This is, I think, number 11 between the three of us crewing for each other.
I had like just a few minor mechanical things early on in the bike. Got most of that resolved though, and rode pretty well. So like the first half or maybe 2/3 of the course was relatively flat, and then like all the elevation change came towards the end of the course. Got like some nicer scenery, but you know, quite a bit of climbing. So after day one, obviously, like prioritizing recovery was essential. Made sure to get like some nutrition in as soon as I crossed the finish line, and then came back to the house and tried to eat a nice complete meal with good quality certified Piedmontese steaks, some rice and potatoes to replenish my carbohydrates and glycogen, and then try to get to bed as early as possible, which for me is around 9 or 10 o'clock, but knowing that we had to get up again at about 4 a.m. the next morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Oh, good. How are you? This is why we start here, because coffee.
We're at Well Coffee Company in Peoria, Arizona, ready to rock 170 miles on the bike. Let's get it. Great, fresh.
Today is awesome. We've got about 172, a little over 172 miles because we have a little detour. It's a beautiful course. There's a lot of rolling hills. There's a lot of climbing, just over 8,000 feet of climbing. And they're going to go down to the Salt River Canyon, which is really gorgeous. There's wild horses down there. And then they're going to make their way back up to Cave Creek, and we're going to finish at the same spot as yesterday. And it's going to be very windy today, so it's going to be a challenge for the back of the packers. So we're just going to tell everybody, reduce your stops, stay on your bike. It'll be fine for the front of the packers, though. So hopefully we get everybody across the finish line today.
Here at Well Coffee Company, we have Bee Calm Honeycomb. Live honeybees working in their colony inside the coffee shop. I mean, does this place get any cooler? And their coffee is top level.
As you can tell, it's going to be a little bit breezier. We got super lucky yesterday. Sorry, I ordered calm winds and Mother Nature did not cooperate. So minimize your stopping if you're back of the packer. We want all of you guys crossing that finish line before that 12-hour mark. So do your best. It's gonna suck, but it's also gonna be awesome.
So what's the plan today? 178 miles?
Yep. So I think the plan is kind of start with like a normal race nutrition strategy for me, and probably the same thing with my power. Keep it pretty steady, like 170 or 180 watts. And then I figure once we get probably about 5 or 6 hours into it, I might switch to like a little bit more solid food, and you guys gonna cook me up some Piedmontese. It's totally different from any other race that I've done because there's only like 20 people in the event all with their crews, so got a chance to meet every single racer, and I know from the crew's perspective they got a chance to meet everybody as well, and just a lot less of an intense environment that you might find at larger races, and much more so about like the camaraderie and support everybody else who you're doing the event with.
Yeah, Shane's at about mile 90 right now. Really going strong. He's up there with the leaders here on day 2, but we're ready to get him some nutrition and some rehydration with some H2O, and DJ's been rocking the handoffs all 2 days, sorry. But yeah, so expecting much of the same.
What do we got going on here?
Well, bacon, eggs. Gonna make some bagels in the oven here. A little mobile chefing it up today.
Ready?
So ready. mile 130 in. Take 5.
What's your job here?
Feed the athlete.
Run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
You gonna stretch?
Keep up.
Do some strides first.
Yeah.
Our third athlete, unofficially 9 hours, 44 minutes, 7 seconds. What a strong.
Well, what do you think?
It was long.
Long and windy.
Long and windy. A lot of elevation change. Yeah. It's grind.
Pretty though, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of good scenery.
Especially going down that in the forest.
Yeah, that park. I don't know what that's called back there, but that was really cool. Day 2 was really good. Obviously, that's a long time to spend on the bike. The wind picked up a little bit on the second day, which presented some challenges that weren't really there on day 1 because the wind was fairly calm. And then, going 170 miles, you're obviously going to have to run into a fair amount of elevation. So the first part of the course was pretty flat, and then the second half started to pick up quite a bit of climbing, and I mean there was a few nice descents as well, but just kind of a grind for day 2 on the bike. No, I think the course was marked really well, and surprisingly, going over that kind of distance, pretty much every turn had somebody from the staff that was, flagging you where to go. Everything was marked with signs, and then additionally, I had uploaded the GPX file into my computer, so there wasn't any issues with navigating at all.
I'm so proud of every single one of you. You guys have really impressed us. The entire staff is just really impressed with every single one of you. Whether you have finished every day or gone a little short, doesn't matter. You guys are all part of the Ohana, and this has been such a special weekend for us. So thank you for giving us that. All right, we're gonna have a super awesome day out there, you guys. I want you guys to be safe and have fun. You might be with completely different people today because some of you that were back at the Packers are now gonna be up at the front. Some of you that were up at the front might be in the back. So enjoy it out there and let's do this. Yeah!
Ready for Jordan's run, day 3. Just holding down the fort.
And you're just full of words today, aren't you?
Yep.
Getting ready for
I'm
Jordan's
about out.
run. I think Jordan's running for probably what did we say, like a couple miles?
Two,
And
maybe
then
3 if
you'll
he's
spell him
feeling
with
good.
another probably 10K or so, and then at that point we should be finishing our first marathon.
And we just got one more marathon to go.
Double marathon on day 3. Let's do it. Powered by Piedmontese.
You want this?
Sure. Should put them on your rub the head for good luck.
So big.
Dark cattle.
That's what she said.
What are we doing here, Joe?
We are, oh man. How many miles is this? 52.4? 54.2. 54.2. We're about like, I don't know, 32 miles in, and it is nuts. Shane's crushing, and he and DJ just went off. About mile 40 is when things get a little tricky here. So about 4 miles. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with him just to make sure he gets through that really tough patch. But we're going to go and keep crushing.
30 to 35 miles.
dude,
Like
brought
I
the
held
other
a
ones
very
out for
consistent
this,
pace and felt really good. And then at that point, like, things started to tighten up quite a bit and started to fade, but not too bad. And then the most challenging thing about the run course here is once you get to a little past mile 40 is where there's some really big hills, and obviously forced to walk a pretty substantial portion of that section of the course.
Making an incredible double marathon here, day 3. He crosses the finish line 9 hours, 13 minutes, 40 seconds. What an incredible 3-day performance, 320. Good job.
You're impressive, man. Thanks, you did.
You get the bottle? You get the bottle? Okay.
Yeah, get your...
Thanks.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
So Ironman Texas in like 3 weeks, right?
4 weeks.
Ultraman, you need to do another Ultraman race before you can qualify for the Ultraman World Championships in Hawaii, and that's really my end goal with doing Ultraman. So the plan was to do this race, and then most likely within the next 2 years to do Ultraman World Championships in Hawaii. It's an extension of health and fitness, and I do it because I can, I guess, and I enjoy it. I mean, this is my favorite hobby. I'm looking at doing Ultraman Hawaii in 2025. It's always the weekend right after Thanksgiving, and that's my tentative plan for that race now. Joe, I can barely think straight right now.